We are in the midst of a global economic meltdown right now. This is all U.S. companies on the board here. Look at all that red. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's take a look. Australia, all red. Let's look at what that's next in here. Let's look at Canada, all Canadian companies. Look at this, all red except CP there, and a couple over there on the right there that are all small. Let's take a look at where's the European Union. All European Union companies. Taking a second to load here. I bet you it's going to be all red again. I don't know why this is taking forever to load. Come on. There it is. All red. Look at that. Let's scroll down. Where's Japan? Where's Japan? We got the DAX. That's Germany. That's part of the EU. Let's look here. India. All India companies. All red. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. So you're not alone in this pain and this frustration and all of this. Japan also got slammed pretty hard. China as well got slammed pretty hard. Let's look at Korea. All red. So this is a global issue. This is a big, big, bad global issue everywhere. How come China's not in here? Oh, all Chinese companies. Boom. Also going to be all red. Look at that. Oof. Everywhere is red. Everything is down. So if you're not up, don't worry, you're not alone. Everyone is also down, unless you shorted the market, which you're mad lad. Anyways, take a look at the SPY here. This is SPY on the 4-hour. Look at this. So let's go to the 1 hour. That's a better chart right now. 1 hour. This looks like, let me go ahead and draw it for you, a bear flag. What happens with a bear flag? Tends to break to the downside. So we could see this thing come even lower, hit the bottom Bollinger Band again down here at 471, where my line is. Look at that. Look at that. It's where my line is. It's going to hit my line. Look at me go. If I zoom out to a 1 week period here, oh, look at that. We broke a really important trend line. This is not the one I wanted. How come? Where is my line? How come I'm missing a very important line here? Let me go ahead and redraw that very, very important line here from the bottom of COVID to the bottom of the 2022 cup. There we go. Pink. All right, we're doing very well. So we took out August 5th. We took out the August 5th low. Let me turn off these drawings for a second. See this low back here? This was August 5th. We took out the yen carry trade. We took out that low. We started heading for this low back here, which was the April 2024 low. So we're looking for a repeat of that. That is my next base case scenario of this thing of price action to come down to about 493. I think we might have actually hit that if I go to a smaller time frame. We might have touched that actually in the pre-market. Yes, we did. 481. We hit 481. So let me go ahead and put this on that one to show the pre-market and aftermarket, the extended hours here. Sorry, it's going to take a moment to load. All right, I finally got this chart to work. Okay, so it ended up having to do 4 hour, whatever. We took out August 5th. All right, we took out August 5th pretty handily. All right, that was on Friday. We barely took that out at the end of the day on Friday. In the pre-market today, we took out this April 2024 low, and we matched up. We matched up with this low all the way back here to January 2024. So we wiped out a whole year and a quarter's worth of gains here in the last couple of weeks. Where is the next stop? Well, let me show you where the next stop is. Well, I might actually already have it on here. So let me go ahead and hide indicators, leave the drawings on. Oh, look at that right there, 470. So about 472, 471, 472. That is our next stop. If that does not hold, we are likely, okay, let's go over here. Let's see, we are likely to, no, well, first 479, then 472. We miss 472, then we're going to come down and cut into this cup here from this cup and handle from 2022. We will likely come down into the 430s, potentially even coming all the way down to this line, which is, let me go back to a daily chart. This line, this one right here, I don't know what's going on with this one. It's kind of just out there. This line right here, we could hit that, which would be that would be the line drawn all the way from the bottom of COVID, from the bottom of 2022, from this little bottom down here in November 2023. This line here. If we were to lose this line, this yellow line right here, and I'm going to make this nice and big. I'm going to make this the biggest line on this chart. And in fact, I'm going to go to a dash so it looks nice and big. We lose that line. That's bad. That's really, really bad. In fact, this thing is insane. This right now, what we're making is a megaphone pointing straight down. Right here, I'll draw it for you. I'll draw it for you. This megaphone pointing straight down, and it's just doing this right now. That sucks. Okay, we'll see if it stops. I mean, once it breaks this red line up here, once it breaks that red line up there, it's probably going to come up, right? Now, we are expecting relief rallies in all of this, okay? So basically, right now, we're in a scenario where we're looking for rallies. When we get rallies, we sell the rip. Right now, it's a sell the rip market, okay? You see a rip, you should probably consider selling it. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice and not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Simply my thoughts, my opinions. I'll be selling rips. I did buy some JEPQ this morning, so I'll put that on here. I bought some JEPQ this morning in this huge bloodbath of awfulness. And went through some of my lines down here. So I took 10% of the cash I had on the sidelines and I put it into JEPQ. JEPQ is a dividend fund based off of the NASDAQ. It pays about 10%, probably a lot higher today. Somewhere between 10 to 12% dividend it pays out while also capturing, the majority of the gains in the QQQ. So that's pretty great. It's a covered call strategy done by JP Morgan, and that is why I bought this. Okay, so it's gonna recover, probably capture about 70-80% of the QQQ move plus pay me out a dividend on top of that, pretty significant dividend. So I'm gonna hold this one probably for quite a long time. And I'll just DCA as it falls. Every time I see a 5% drop, I'm going to add 10% more of my cash to that bad boy. Okay, hopefully we don't get more than 10. Let's take a look at, oh man, Palantir down 8% today. Jeez, that's gonna sting. Tesla down another 6% here, so we're gonna get under 200 likely on that. Nvidia down 5%. We're gonna get slammed there pretty hard. This is bad. Bitcoin broke the low. This is bad. All right, Bitcoin broke the low. It hit the bottom of my channel here, which means we might come back to the top of the channel now, but the top of the channel is only $84,000. Okay, we broke the low. We swept the low. We came underneath this. We came underneath $75,000. That means that if the next swing up does not break out of this descending channel, if we do not get out of this bad boy right here on the next swing up, we are going lower. We are going much lower. We are likely going to get into the 60s, maybe even low 60,000s on this bad boy, right? We could even hit this top here at 81, and then if we hit that top at 81, guess what the next stop is? It's under $70,000 on Bitcoin. So the very next swing up needs to get out of this descending channel. Otherwise, Bitcoin is cooked for at least a few more months, right? That's it. That's all there is to it. Maybe not a few months, few weeks, right? So keep your eyes on all these charts. Don't screw around. Today is not the day for being crazy. Pay attention to what you're doing. Manage risk accordingly. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Keep your stop losses in mind. Keep them tight. Keep them. Do not move them. You could get wrecked. This is the type of market where you either get rich or lose everything. Okay, so be careful out there. Don't be crazy. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice, not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Anyways, so do what you want. I don't care. I'm not being crazy right now. That's why I sold out of the majority of everything a couple of weeks ago. And of course, I lost. I came down almost break even from the peak of my trading here because things fell so fast that I wasn't able to get out in time. Like MSTX burned me bad. Iron absolutely evaporated for me. CleanSpark kind of took me out pretty hard too. Took me out back, beat me a little bit there, that one. Everything is down a ton, and it's not going to get any better until this trade war is over. This is purely news driven because the economy is fine, and it was fine. We had a great economy that got beat down by the actions of the administration. Unfortunately, they chose to go a path. That path is not being enjoyed by the market. The market's very upset about that path, and it is showing it by selling off dramatically. It doesn't matter, if you, which side of the aisle you are on. This is hurting you. It's hurting everyone. And yeah, it's all the trade war. When the trade war is resolved, this will stop. If the trade war is not resolved and gets worse and it deepens, this will not stop. It will get worse. It will deepen. It will hurt more. And that is all there is to it. This is completely news driven. Once the news starts printing good headlines, positive headlines, then we'll probably start coming out of this thing. All right. We might start coming out of this thing a few days before that because, those insiders, they got to get in ahead of us. Aside from that, that's all we can do. All we can do is understand that there will be rips, but they will likely be sold off until significant changes in the sentiment are found. And until then, it's going to be a sell the rip type of environment. Once we start seeing trade deals come in, like major trade deals with big economies, we're talking like, especially once we resolve this with China. Once that happens, yeah, we're going to the moon. Until then, we're likely just going to see small relief rallies followed by even further, more intense selling, and that's basically all there is to it. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Unfortunately, I wish I had better things to say, but this is bad. This is pretty terrible actually. We're breaking all the lows. We're seeing huge down days repeatedly over and over and over again, and we're not going to stop until the sentiment changes, until the news comes out and says trade war's over. That's when this thing's going to flip like a switch and go V-shape on us. So that's all we got. Anyways, that's all we got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.